I decided when I was in medical school to practice internal medicine because I loved the depth and the breadth of it. For me, I couldn't narrow down what I wanted to do. I wanted to be involved in all the medical problems of my patients, and I also wanted to get to take care of them over a long span of time. So I enjoy the most being able to get to know my patients, their life stories, using that to determine how am I going to take care of them medically. But also, early in my career, I was able to switch gears and start to practice in an academic setting.
What I enjoy and appreciate and value are the long-term relationships with people. I get to become part of their lives, I become part of their families. It brings me meaning and value to what I do in terms of how I work with them. One time my wife and I, after church, were going to go visit some friends, and another couple said, "Why don't you come over to our house and have lunch?" So we walked in the front door, and there were 22 children under 3 years old sitting on the floor. They all had on white t-shirts that said, "I love Dr. Jim." And in our church, I had delivered about 25 babies over the last 4 years, and they had decided to throw a special party for me. But it was, to me, such a very pleasant time to reconnect with the kids, reconnect with the families. That was really special.
People will do things for their kids more so than they will do things for themselves. So when you're seeing their child, and they want this child, who's perfect, by the way, to grow up and continue to be perfect, they're really interested. And if you help them with their confidence, their competence, their consistency in parenting and understanding what's important, they become a better person and a better parent. My greatest achievement is helping learners learn. So watching people learn about themselves, not just knowledge, but behavior, and gain in their skills and their confidence and competence, to, I think, being proud of the fact that, wow, I helped them get there. Look how they've blossomed.
A big piece of enjoyment for me was being involved in medical education for students, residents. When a colleague says, I helped them achieve their goal, or a student says, thank you for the mentorship, I was able to do this or that, or, get better at something, or a patient was able to say, thank you for taking care of me. That to me was knowledge that I did something right, that not only did I make a good choice within my career field, but that I made a difference for the people that I was involved with.
When I left the training program at Christus Santa Rosa, and our residents were expecting me to talk about some of the accomplishments that we've had through that program, I was reminded of the book, Life's Final Chapter, How We Die, by Sherman Newland. And at the end of the book, in his epilogue, he writes, "I hope you can read between the lines a call for the return of the family physician." He said, "We know that we need someone who knows us as well as the paths by which we approach death. At such times, it's not the care of a loving stranger, but the touch and the care of a long-term friend." And I believe that, and I've had the opportunity many times during this 50 years to accomplish that with my patients.
I think pediatricians, way before social determinants of health became a pat phrase, always knew that you're treating the whole family constellation because it's affecting the child. Health encompasses not just physical health, but mental health, emotional health, whatever you want to put as preceding the word health. It's important to pediatricians. I became cutting edge in pediatric addictions and pediatric substance use, to the point that I was a chair of a committee for the National American Academy of Pediatrics. But back at home, I was teaching, before it was popular, how to motivate people for change. And that was a whole new ballgame. And people have a lot of stigma, which is why I have this no stigma button, about mental health in particular, but maybe other issues that patients face. So I'm very proud of the fact that I made a difference not just locally, but nationally, in helping people understand the importance of mental health.
It's not just about the amount of knowledge you have, the amount of skill and expertise you have. While that's very important, we're all in here to take care of people. And the important thing is to always try to remind yourself, I need to be present, not worry about the headaches, the administrative responsibilities right now, the stressors. Be present, and I think that will bring everlasting joy in your career.